turn to pick.
Al can match into Mag. Oh, he's gonna lose against Slark and Lifestealer.
Oh.
Because, I mean, the thing is like everyone's so mechanically gifted.
Yes, I would agree.
At this tournament. I feel like skill-wise, everyone's quite close. Schofield might be in trouble here. Zach is trying to catch up to him, but there's still... Oh, he didn't make it over. It's okay. I mean, it's really not that big of a deal. Schofield, at the end of the day, is just trying to set up Wizard chasing you down.
Yeah, it was like the kings of that were like Uni and YYF. You remember YYF from IG?
Yeah.
That guy was the god of... He was my favorite player for... And I didn't even play off lane.
Skewer out. Schofield is going to get a little bit caught here and might actually be chased underneath the tower. Yeah, the last nuke from the Oracle is going to be good enough.
Whisper decided that he was going to fight Crystallize, and let me tell you...
Blizzy. They dropped the sentry underneath the tree area, and Blizzy's trying to fight it right now. He spotted it, but he doesn't actually kill it fast enough.
With any sort of start or levels, this hero becomes like so impossible to stop.
Dude, you see all these stacks? Yeah. They're going to take all of them.
Yes, they need these too.
Oh, no. This is just a disaster. Infamous, they got to find a way to get over here and actually put a stop to this, but Magical is so strong, nobody can actually challenge him. As you can see, Stinger immediately goes down. Chris Luck and Schofield are both in trouble here. Schofield unable to make it over the cliff. Probably wouldn't have mattered against a Brood anyway.
Yeah, and this is what I was talking about, like with Navi, with Magical having to be the person to win. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but
yeah.
Remember when I called them bad and then they beat EG? That's not the case.
Seneko, he will at least get picked off. Infamous, they lost.
Centaur-like hero.
Magnetar.
Magnetar?
Well, he wasn't.
Oh.
They're going to be able to get the disruption on Magical, but Stinger is just going to die to the Broodlings, and they don't have a good enough lockdown against this Broodmother. He just danced around the trees for a little bit. Now he's going to turn back. Chris Luck will take all those Spiderlings, at least, from the Dark Pact, but he's actually out of mana. He's in big-time trouble. He has another round of Phase Boots coming up, and he's going to have to somehow juke a Broodmother. You can't actually do that. Oh!
Catch up through getting all these kills. So pretty much, you're not getting the levels that you would normally get. So you're stuck with like level 4 power for a really long time and no other abilities, which is like the real problem with the hero.
That was not the Ice Shard he was hoping for. Was trying to separate Elder Titan from the rest of the team. Seneco's going to be in a bit of trouble here. He does not have his level 6 yet, but they turn around and just blow up Whisper real quick. Chris Luck is still going to be able to finish off Seneko. In fact, Zayat, who was trying to help him out, may be in trouble as well unless Crystallize. He's going to make sure everything's going to be just fine. The Radiant's burning Chris Luck, so he's not actually regenning enough to continue to try and fight it.
I think it made the game, it changes the way that you have to play the game.
They're going to try and blow up Seneko. Seneko protecting himself against magic damage, but Whisper with the Walrus Punch. And
one more.
Oh, they're going to be able to find Magical here. Thought he was just going to be able to get a Glib, but that's exactly where Hector was. But a stun hitting all 5. Magical is still stuck on the cliff, though, and they will be able to hit him with the skewer, just RPM to make sure he can't actually escape, and they'll give the kill to Hector.
I feel like he should have TP'd out.
Yeah, he had a moment.
He had a moment.
I
mean, you're ET stun 5 heroes.
Yeah,
that is.
You definitely had a moment.
You had a moment, dude.
Stinger. Whisper. Turning back in, thinking about going for the snowball here. Isn't actually going to get close enough to the pickup.
It's him again. Is there any sort of follow-up? No.
Whisper is still going to be in trouble here as he's going to snowball over to the neutrals, giving himself vision off the Ice Shard. That was nice. That was well played.
Going to continue to farm up these creepers. Does have his ulti, so here's absolutely nothing right now. As I think we have this AC. They have to be careful here. They're doing a great job of keeping up in farm relatively. And really, the way that the Slark hero, I think it could potentially work is they're going to get into a fight here.
Through, but Chris Luck's going to take a lot of damage to start this one out. In fact, he's pretty low on mana as well. The Shadow Dance being used, but Hector is very strong. He's got the Radiance, and he's already trying to deliver some damage out onto this Elder Titan. But there's just not enough heroes to be able to support him. He's going to pop into that catapult and get a little bit of a refresh there as Whisper just fully commits to kill that Elder Titan. But Infamous, the rest of this lineup, superior map control.
They took every
more
stack.
Towers, more stacks taken.
This is what they meant by Hector just being a beast.
Well, they are going to be able to pick off Stinger here, but...
Dude, Hector is...
I mean,
no matter what he gets 200 CS by like the 20-minute mark. And so far so good, as Blizzy's going to jump in. There's no detection from him right now. The Rage is going to get dropped as Hector in the middle of all of this doesn't want to be anymore.
Yeah, Chris Luck is also in that same situation. They're going to try and blow up Seneko. They do manage to do that at least, but Whisper doesn't have a way out of this one. Tries to go for the ice shards, but of course that's not going to block Magical, who just walks over those little igloos and just keeps on moving. But Hector, he's plenty strong, and so is Chris Luck. He's stolen some of the stats. It's just the supporting crew.
Oh, the stun! The neutral green started playing with Infamous, and now all of a sudden a big stun
allows an opening for Chris Luck and Hector, maybe able to win out this fight. They take away the Aegis. They're going to go for the Elder Titan. They also have the Shrine still up. Magical trying to challenge Chris Luck. He wants to be able to take away that mana, but underneath the Shrine, he's not going to be able to burn him out. Now the RP on top of Magical. The stacks building up for Chris Luck. That's going to be the kill. Elder Titan's not going to be able to get away either. Hector chases him down.
Changing implications.
Yeah.
Oh my lord, I'd be so upset if I was
They just want to fight before the bounty runes are spawning. So this is going to be a huge one. We're going to try and get up the bounties first, but Crystallize is going to be able to get two.
They're going to get a whole matches up so well as a core because he comes with his own disable mechanic and pounce.
Yeah.
The diffusal just adds to his agi. He doesn't need it like a disable, such as the Broodmother does.
Yeah.
And the Broodmother, of course, she has a lot of mid-game items. They're going to get Stinger for free, but at this point they're just sacrificing their other side heroes. They do have to be a little bit careful about this as Whisper going to get gone on. He's going to throw out the Walrus Punch, but
actually doing a lot of damage to Magical, but unfortunately there's no one there to follow it up, and Magical with that lifesteal is just going to stick on top of him. Now Chris Luck might be able to catch somebody as Hector's already done so. Coming in from behind goes for Seneko, who's forced to ult himself. Chris Luck with the Infest, and
that's pretty big. That's your 10-second BKB charge. Seneko does live because he had a salve.
Oh no!
Oh, is that the AC? It's Alchemist. The gold lead, it happens in a hurry.
Yeah. Oh, and a Deso for the toss. That is some heavy burst damage. They're going to be able to get the Force Staff out for Blizzy, so he's definitely going to string Infamous along here for a long time. Chris Luck is instead going to try and turn his attention over to Seneko. Seneko, who had blown his false promise earlier, doesn't have it to provide that save this time around.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
We're seeing this mid-tower defense. This would be so big for the map control aspect. We talked about how good it is to gain control back from the Brood.
Challenging Crystallize a little bit while Chris Luck is going to be forced back, but they jump in, do manage to get the Burrow Strike on Hector before the range, but Crystallize already taken so much damage to Walrus Punch, he will be able to get Force Staff away. Seneko finally forced to use that false promise, but an immediate halberd comes out with Hector to protect himself, but Hector, he's now left without a rage and caught by the Burrow Strike plus the Epicenter. Navi are able to take him down. They may still lose their tower because right now they're looking for kills as Magical's already been able to slow down the Shadow Demon, is hoping to be able to catch up to that Slark, who still has his Dark Pact, and actually going to try to go back for Crystallize with the Whisper coming in with the Walrus Punch. They're going to try for that kill. He's got the RP, locking down the kill with the Alchemist as well as the tanking. The M-Power's doing so much damage. Doesn't quite finish up Blizzy or Magical, so now Chris Luck is just going to have to go for some of the backline heroes in Seneko. Try and get out, but no, the pounce right as he tries to jump in. Blizzy blocks him off with the Burrow Strike. Blizzy's still going to actually die. Doesn't get the disarm off in time, and Chris Luck jumping inside the base, TPing out. They don't have he's RPing around Centaur camps.
They have to be together,
dude,
though.
Chris Luck is getting so strong right now. He's got an MKB. Magical cannot fight him anymore, especially with the big Walrus Punch that's about to come in. They have to throw out the false promise to be able to save him. Chris Luck is going to be forced to use his BKB. Doesn't get the pounce onto Blizzy. Magical turning back, though, fighting and killing some of the supports. Already the Shadow Demon and Whisper's off-lane Tusk is dead. Target instead gives up his life to try and save Hector, who now has a Rage TP.
That was so greedy from Hector.
Yeah.
There's no reason for his Alk to have, or his Magnus to have to die here. And this is sort of sloppy.
Yeah,
like as soon as he snowballs in, he's dead. Like against other heroes, the Ice Shards would be very good, but Brood doesn't care.
So how much longer do you have if you're, chain stun onto Chris Luck? He's dead.
He's dead.
That's a big, big kill. They've struggled. How long do they have?
I think the timer's sort of reset with the level 20 that's just been picked up on the Brood and the Agents.
Okay.
And the pickup on the Slark.
Oh, trying to hit the fast Burrow Strike on Hector, but he immediately responds with the Rage, disarms the Broodmother, so he doesn't actually get any of that lifesteal timing. It's a quick infest into Schofield as his Lincolns gets popped. He's able to protect himself. They're going to try and go for Schofield here, take out that big RP monster. The backline, though, Whisper tried to commit to Seneko, thinking his Walrus Punch was going to be enough to blow that hero up, but it wasn't. And now Hector's forced to fight alone. him. Disarm onto the Alchemist, but again, Navi are just looking at everybody else except for Hector. They're going to kill the Shadow Demon here again. They're going to buy back onto Whisper. Whisper trying to make his way in, tries to go for the snowball. The Gold Scepter, he's going to be able to protect the Sand King, and they just immediately jump down Whisper. Infamous are bleeding out heroes, and now 3 of them without buyback. This is just going to be Navi running through buildings.
I would like to see Navi just go for the game end at this point.
I think so. Hector. His rage is only going to last so long here. He does have a Lincoln Zone. That's they're going to be able to Yule's pop it, get the Burrow Strike, and the follow-up stun in from the Elder Titan, but the Slark is back. They can't overextend themselves immediately. Cheese being used by Blizzy. They're going to go for that pesky little Oracle, force him to use False Promise on himself, and still kill him. But Navi only able to get the melee barracks so far. As it seems like, even though it was just the 2 cores, they kind of ran out of steam with all the abilities they used earlier. And the RP, they'll use it to kill the Elder Titan.
That gold lead was 1k at one point.
Yeah.
Now it's care, but they're finally going to take a 5-on-5. We'll see if it's a little bit too late.
Navi are in a really good position. They're going to break the smoke while staying on the high ground, but they immediately spot Hector. That's not the target they want to go for, especially with the Lincolns and the Rage. Unstable Concoction managed to throw down, gets the 2 backline heroes too. They managed to control up both Whisper and the Shadow Demon. They fall immediately now. It's a 3 versus 5 with Hector trying to chase down Sineko, but he hides so well. He's going to immediately have to invest inside of Chris Luck. They do manage to chase down Schofield, so that's 3 dead. It's only these 2 cores trying to get away. The TP out with the Lincoln.
No, he uses
himself. That was a slick little play from Infamous, but Blizzy should have been able to stop it with the Yules. And yeah, maybe they feel like they're farther behind than they are. They just didn't know when to switch it up.
And now it's becoming the network difference.
RP on a 2, that's a big one. Look at that with the Empower.
That's a gem.
You always have that power. And yeah, that's a gem. Run back and collect the creep wave. And they've got a double Siege Wagon push at mid. This is sick.
Yes, and like I said, they need to play with urgency, and they're doing so. As the Courier gets killed again,
but does have another round of webs that's going to chase him down. Stinger
he is dead.
Is definitely dead. The question is whether or not Magical's going to get caught, because he's microwaving those spiders and doesn't pay attention to his own hero enough, and he gets caught. And Stinger actually got away because of that. Being fearless.
They don't have the RP available, so they have to be careful here. I think they should just be happy with getting these tier 3 towers out.
Hector,
yes, get out.
Get out. He's going to be Lincoln's up. Doesn't actually have a rage, but
they should really begin to get out.
Yeah, Crystallize is really pushing the clock right now. He's going to go for the fight onto Crystallize. Does manage to get the pounce onto him. Double force stats get him out of that one, though. Hector is trying to finish up that range barracks, but they see the spider is back. Like, there's no reason not to do anything else, especially with Roshan coming up.
Look at this.
Oh, Schofield, good positioning to be able to get a good RP, but he's spotted immediately by Zayak, and he's trying to deal with that ward, but instead he's going to be stunned up. Pro Strike in Blizzy, nice stun into the back line. Hit Stinger as well. That's going to be 2 supports already dead on the side of Infamous. Whisper is fully committed to Crystallize, but there's the save from Sineko, and a save on Sineko with a beautiful force staff coming out from Blizzy. Burrow Strike in is going to be able to catch this Lifestealer, and Infamous, they pushed it. They tried to hit a range barracks instead of backing up and just hitting gold. He's actually going to be going back for a Mjolnir. Top. Why is he going back? Oh, okay. Still going to go for it. Blizzy's going to Yule Scepter. Whisper. Doesn't have a snowball target. He's going to be controlled up here with the RP onto 2 with the Unstable Concoction as well. Crystallize. He's going to stun himself. He's in trouble, but there's going to be the save from Sineko just in time. The False Promise, and actually with the Ghost Scepter, he may live for a while. The block in from the Ice Shark.
The Ice Shark hurts him.
Hector doesn't actually get to him while Crystallize runs down some heroes with that Radiance, but it looks like the Elder Titan's going to be left behind. He doesn't have a way to be able to get away as he's burned out of mana. Sineko just running farther and farther away from his team, so they're able to get out while bottom lane is being gone on by Magical with the spiders. They're actually able to cut through this backdoor protection so quickly. That is going to be the Aegis, though.
They have bashes for him.
They do have bashes. He has his BKB. They're going to be able to get that bash, though. He doesn't actually have the active, the Abyssal Blade, so not going to be able to get it. Plus, they have to go over to the other side where the tier 3's already dead. Hector trying to deal with Crystallize right now, but he's just going to kite him around. His Magical might try and go back into that bottom lane. But Crystallize first has to get away from Hector as he's going to use that Heaven's Halberd. Hector has the Abyssal Blade active coming up, and he's got a Lincoln, so Blizzy has to find a way to be able to break that Lincoln and get the stun for Crystallize to get out, but he doesn't have it in time. Blizzy may still be caught as well. He's got the Yule Scepter on himself. Blink Dagger up, Cheese as well, but neither one is going to go in time. As Hector finishes he just pulled him so far away from his team and the spider lane.
Hector's actually just going to go for it.
Okay.
He's gonna get the range racks. He's all by his lonesome, does not care. Right now, only 2 heroes up on the side of Navi.
Oh, he got a BKB in his backpack, so now when he pops this rage, he can always swap something in to keep that magic immunity going.
Infamous is just going for it right now. The buyback from Crystallize, and now this means go.
This could be the way they win the game, or this could be the way they fall. Infamous. Yeah.
I just want this game to go on forever now.
It has been a really fun start to this series, that's for sure. As Chris Luck, he's going to try and pounce on a Magical here. Magical actually taking dumpstering amounts of damage, and Chris Luck might be able to finish him up with the false promises there. Seneko always able to provide the save, but the science just blows up Stinger. He just got snapped, huh? Oh, Zyaki gets a little bit too far forward, almost immediately gets abyssal plated. The RP being threatened by Schofield, but wasn't close enough to catch Crystallize. Crystallize is going to pop out within stable concoction. Lincoln's being blown on the 2 heroes. They're going to try and hit Hector, but he rages up. Magical. He's blown his ultimate, so Infamous, another opportunity for them to just back up and reset. But a scythe being used. Magical trying to protect himself, but dodges the pounce. And they're just breaking these Lincoln.
Schofield right now. They're saying he's stunned. We can fight.
Yeah, and Zyaka's going to try and run forward. The RP. He managed to get the knock too. And then he'll buy back from the Broodmother. A nice burrow strike locking down the 2. They're trying to go for Chris Luck. Forced out defensive. Protects him, and Chris Luck is able to get away from Magical, who's now getting skewered back by Schofield, bringing them away from Chris Luck, away from the carries, but not away from Hector, who's surrounded by 4. He will get abyssal bladed up. Now he's dead. Whisper's trying to get out, but no snowball for him. He's going to get beaten down by Crystallize. No buyback on Hector
right now. Maybe he thought that there was, by chance, a bounty rune. He was trying to get it back for Whisper.
Yeah, 170 gold. That's all he needed.
That was one of those missions where, I mean, that ward doesn't really do anything.
Schofield trying to get the skewer back, misses.
Also doesn't have a buyback, of course, just used it, and they're going to send in their 1 hero that does.
He's going to try and get a little bit of stat sealing onto Crystallize and force out the false promise. That's a good start to this fight, especially with Magical being slowed down. It gets abyssal bladed up, but the BKB protects him, and now the Shadow Demon's gone out of this fight as well. 2 versus 5. Chris Luck bringing more and more stats. 87 agility being stolen. You can see how quickly he's able to do damage to Crystallize, but he's just going to go in and out, poke and prod at him. There's the skewer onto Crystallize. Blizzy trying to protect him, breaks the linkage, but the BKB is activated by Chris Luck. They won't be able to chain stun him, and they have to get out. Crystallize blinks backwards, does get the abyssal blade onto Blizzy, looking to be able to lock down that hero. He actually gets hit by the snowball. They don't have the vision. He's going to be able to go for it. Whispers in deep. He has the BKB, trying to chase down any hero. Look for a Walrus Punch. He's forced to use it on the Broodmother instead. Infamous have to back up. No, they're going to keep going. And Seneco's out of position. Crystallize finds another one. They've stolen so many stats that Navi, they have to retreat. This Slark is a mantis for Crystallize. He saw how much he's getting chunked by Chris Luck, and he may not be able to depend on this Oracle for the next fight as he's down for 60 seconds. So without that false promise, he has to have a way to be able to reset.
The false promise has been instrumental in saving him against the 2 cores, and
barracks are under attack.
now K1 Hector just beating on this melee racks. This bottom rack's being pinged out too. They're going to split their attention, try to force Navi into a fight. You can see that Navi, they don't want to take an engagement 4-on-5. They don't have the buybacks on the cores.
There is still a tier 2 up in the top lane, so Infamous are not going to be able to go for Megas during this 30 seconds. That the Oracle is down, and I don't think they should really go for tier 4s either.
You don't really know with Infamous, though.
Yeah.
They just decide to go for it anyways, but
he actually, because of his buyout...
They say Whisper never has buyback.
Yeah.
He's had a rough one.
That's super weird.
Yo,
that
they dropped the double ward too. They've created the eyes.
Oh, they're going to be able to make the initiation on Hector, and he's actually getting beaten down too fast, but there's the disruption to be able to save him. The RP! Oh, Schofield didn't actually get the blink out Whisper. He's going to try and finish up Blizzy. He does manage to get him the burrow strike, trying to get him away. The kick out on the Alchemist Whisper. He's going to be able to get out. No, he's scythed up by Stubb.
Oh man, I can't believe he decided to try to go for the TP
field in that same position
again.
And he's going to hit some creeps. He knows Blizzy's up here.
His team is fighting on this left side here. He no longer has
Broke the linkage, managed to get the burrow strike, but the Dark Pact was there. Crystallize stuns himself and Infamous. They're going to come back in. Whispers looking for his opening. He's going to go for Magical. That's going to be the Natus popped as both of the cores are now going to turn and fight. Magical trying to get away from Whisper. Schofield being hit by the range right now is unable to blink in. Snako has an Aeon Disc himself as well as Ghost Scepter. That's going to buy him some time. Where is he going to use that false promise? Actually already used it, be able to protect one of the cores. Crystallize has now managed to bring down the Magnus. No RP here. It gets kicked away. Now he's isolated. That's exactly why Chris Luck and Hector run down to the river and make sure that he's going to be finished off. And now they march towards the base. They've blown their buybacks. They want Navi to do the same here. So they're going to be able to find Zayek of beautiful ice shards. But of course, Dav over gets him a little bit farther away from Chris Luck, back to the base, back to safety. So Infamous definitely have their buybacks on the most important heroes left.
But for Navi, I mean, Crystallize not having it is so massive.
Yeah.
They've got to play so careful here.
Oh, trying to go for the Brutal Strike. Immediately gets Walrus punched up. Yule Scepter on himself. Doesn't have a Sandstorm. Has a Blink. Unable to get it off in time. Goes to the plate. He's have to go in. RP. Magical trying to go in deep, but Schofield pops the Refresher. Has a second RP to be able to lay it down, but he doesn't have to because the Abyssal Blade. They have another buyback. This is going to be one of the last buybacks coming out from Navi right now.
They still have the buyback.
He has it. And Infamous not overextending themselves. Just going for the objectives
They have RP. They want to take this fight. They have RP.
They have RP with the Refresher used by Schofield. He can go back in.
Out of mana.
That's why Navi are trying to actually separate so much, but Schofield doesn't actually have a whole lot of mana to work with right now. Whisper immediately jumping on a Blizzy. Blizzy trying to make his initiation once again. He still has that chase. He's going to activate the chase, but it doesn't matter. 100% to 0. Instantly, his Whisper punches him up and down he goes. Seneko forced to use the false promise on himself. Hector forces that out of him, then turns back into the Megas. And just getting popped by Crystalite. They're going to go for this melee racks, but they still have the glyph the entire time. Navi held on to that one, but they have to take the 4 versus 5, and Chris Luck and the rest of Infamous know it too. They see the opportunity. They're going to be able to get the Megas on Stomp, landing on it too, but Hector has the rage to be able to slow down Crystallize. He can't quite get on top of Chris Luck in time. The Dark Pack protects him, gets in front of him though, managed to get the Abyssal Blade, lock down the Slug. He's dead. Same goes with Whisper. 2 dead, 3 dead actually on the side of Infamous. 2 of them have
Battleblade allows you to reset the fight a little bit more as Infamous, they're going to go for the win right now. They know there's no buybacks. Only available on their ET.
Taking down the first tier 4. A team that started off their first day 0-2 against OG. May just be able to find their first win of the tournament by bringing down Navi in this first game, but it's going to take a lot of discipline here. Blizzy trying to make the initiation, trying to go for Hector. Crystallize follows that up, go immediately going for the back line, but Singer protects himself with a Ghost Scepter. Crystallize still has any on-dis, a Pulse Promise going to be used on him. They try and go for the control as best as possible. How much can this heal do for him? They actually managed to kill Schofield. He had no buyback as well. They're doing a ton of damage to Crystallize, and it will be enough. He will pop. The regen wasn't good enough for him. He doesn't have a buyback either. Zayek's going to fall as well. He does have a buyback. They have to be able to deal with Magical though. Magical can still output the damage to slow down Infamous and keep them from finishing up this throne. It's a 4 versus 4.
There's no RP though. This is their best opportunity.
They will be able to make their initiation, but he had an Aeon Test. Meanwhile, the rest of the team's just hitting out the throne. Hector says, damn it, we're not going for heroes, we're going for buildings. It's already down to half health. It's falling fast, and they can't stop it. Navi call it like that. Can't stop this game any longer. We can't defend the throne. Infamous, they manage.
Which is incredible to think about as Dazzle Warlock, a pretty passive. Okay, so the one thing about Navi's drafts, it feels like they really love to say you're terrible and like, you know, I'm actually
Are we gonna lose Stinger? Or are we? Sorry, no, that's not Stinger. Stinger's right now the one just trying to catch the Earth Spirit and set up Whisper. And now that Whisper's here, he actually has the level 1 Split Earth to make sure they get 1 stun into the follow-up chain stun from Schofield, and
they've surrounded him.
Oh, they're gonna give it to Whisper.
Oh, they're core givers. Divide them.
Secret, Yapsor's taken the last hit with Fate Bolt every time.
Yes, he's a Fate Bolter. I mean, I admire it. What an alpha play, as Magical is in fact top. They've switched things around so that Crystallizes one-on-one against them.
Disruption into spin. It's trying to get the roll away, but is hit by Schofield's Impale.
Dude, what a stun.
The Earth Spirit
And they give him the last hit again.
And Blade Fury, and it's not enough damage. Schofield's going to be the one who dies instead if he does get hit by Zayek one more time, but he won't. He has the boots to be able to counteract that Orb of Venom, dodges the roll-in, and Schofield's fine. He laughs his way to safety. Meanwhile, over the top lane, Whisper trying to get the kill on Seneko, activates the Fairy Fire, but it's not enough to live.
I think he's getting frustrated. Yeah. This lane's not fun to be in right now. The bottom lane, they made the classic mistake of thinking Ench was a killable hero.
Yeah, dude. It's not. They just max out. You think like, oh, we don't have it.
Oh, what?
What happened? Dude, I caught so many kills in game 1.
I mean,
missed, like,
I can't blame you for that.
Like, what? All right, well, Crystallize just turned around on a gank, killed the Broodmother.
With no stun.
And killed, he killed the assassin. Now he has level 6. Dude, fighting Alchemist under Acid Spray is actually so hard.
Yeah, but you had to stand under it to die.
Yeah. Whisper's gonna die here. At the same time, they do manage to kill the Earth Spirit again, but Hector's gonna get traded out for it, so this time around.
This game, he got the Radiance around 11 minutes. With that bonus, we'll see if it speeds that timer up a little bit more.
Plus the fact that he's a successful mid lane. Is that better for Alk than safe lane? Right, just
yeah.
The experience.
The levels, man.
What is that?
People are just dying. I feel like Jug was unkillable.
Yeah. Apparently not. And Seneko, well, it's definitely killable. His heal is actually doing him a lot of work, but eventually they should be able to run him down. This damage over time, bit by bit, is being counteracted by the Shadow Word, and Whisper's actually taking so much damage to roll in. They fatal bonded as well. They could be in big time trouble. Whisper's
fatal bond's
actually
killing
dead.
both of them.
The two-man stun, he gets out the stun to follow it up, but Whisper is dead.
Doesn't get easier, Cap. This was your last pick Brood to try to have a similar game, and it was pretty disastrous, if I'm honest with you.
Centaur running in. Lizzie gonna get a solo kill on Whisper. Look at the difference between these offlaners. Level 7, almost level 8 Lizzie. Whisper, only level 4. Nice kickback. Hector uses that opportunity to get a Blade Fury on top of Magical. He might be able to get the kill if he throws out the Omni Slash, and he doesn't actually have Shallow Grave, so Magical is dead. Disaster strikes. Science thought it was an opportunity to get some damage on Hector. Actually kills his core. Magical, but at least he got away from the Earth Spirit. Got a few more seconds.
I think it's because you just want to raid boss it now.
Yeah.
And like hit buildings, and yeah, he got it before the 10-minute mark.
Dead again. Like this Edict is so bad in this game for him, because he's dealing with Enchant, where this Enchantress has all these extra creeps to be able to tank it up. The Shadow Word was super effective. And it looks like Stinger is still gonna die as well at bottom, so that's a double kill for them.
One. But that'll sneak you in.
Yes.
Dire's top tower
Yes, it will.
is under attack.
Whisper gonna be spotted by Blizzy here. Activates the Diabolic Edict. This heal over time is counteracting. They will manage to hit the Impale. They're gonna drop everything they have, though. The Warlock Golem trying to counteract as much as possible, but Earth Spirit still being damaged by the Blade Fury. Now just the Omni Slash going over to him, but it's 6 on the Golem instead. Now he's left exposed as Crystallize sees the opportunity to TP in with the Unstable Concoction to kill. The Inna have to play a little bit more split push Gorilla style. Like
yeah.
that's what the Midas Axe build is, right? Is you're just controlling the map, running around, dodging
I think it's
fights.
really hard for him to fight.
Hey, bottom lane, Whisper's dead.
Thank you for the update.
I've said that 6 times this game in 12 minutes. I mean, Whisper had a rough game. Navi will,
Yeah, I think so.
because they have a Dazzle core.
Yeah, with the type of heroes that they have, I can see them losing.
Is under attack.
Science, they know he's here because the Diabolic Edict has spotted him out. They're going to try and run him down, but Chris Luck, thanks to that damage over time, he's like, oh no, my Spiderlings, my poor babies, I have to retreat, but Whisper will be left behind. Couldn't do enough damage.
More disciplined. But it's a little bit of a different situation because of the solo kill.
15-minute bounties, they're going to hit the Impale, making sure that was smart from Schofield. He could have gotten greedy and gone for the Vendetta hit, but better to make sure that bounty...
Under attack. Radiant structure.
Navi have done such a good job of just choking out the farm.
Relatively speaking, it's not that bad from Hector, right? But with his performances, his rating...
You know this happened last game too? Crystallize, they did this exact smoke. He found an illusion.
Whoa! They still managed to hit him with the roll-in, but he's on the high ground. They just need to stay out of vision. Don't get spotted by the Unstable Concoction, but he does! Out of a spider he goes, but he has the Aghanim Scepter underneath the tier 2 as well.
This exact same thing happened in the last game.
Yeah?
Yeah, like literally the exact same situation. That's crazy.
They're going to force down this tier 2. Schofield trying to hit the Impale right now. Pump faking a few times, but he knows. He's like, nope. Can't save you, Stinger. I've just got to get away from Crystallize, who's prepping that Unstable Concoction. Navi will turn back to the tier 2.
Look at this. They're going to protect their catapult. What a team.
He doesn't care about his life. That's why Navi are just going to go for the high ground.
They should go for this.
We're saying we're unkillable. You can't stop us.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So hit all the tier 2s you want. We're gonna go straight for your base. We're gonna go for Stinger, trying to slow this entire thing down. Hector shows up with a healing ward, but look at the Necronomicon's just running at that healing ward as best as possible. Does manage to pick it up, and Hector takes a lot of damage. He's not going to feel good about fighting right now, especially with no Omni Slash. So that's going to be tier 3 dead. Whisper just keeps it going at the tier 2. I think Infamous, as sad as this is the best play they have.
Yeah,
they can't actually fight.
They will lose a 5-on-5, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Especially against the Rock, as this is the second time Stinger's popped out. Last 2 times he's died for it, but with the BKB on this Alp, 17-minute racks, this is so well done right now by Navi.
Going to come in from behind, though. They're saying maybe we do have to try and fight. They've already lost their melee barracks, but they're going to go for it anyway. Crystallize gets nailed him. He's going to be stunned up by his own Disable Concoction. They have to throw out the early Shallow Grave Whisper. Yule Simpsons himself. Meanwhile, the Omni Slash is able to finish off that Earth Spirit. Stinger gets run down by the cores of Dazzle, and it looks like the healing was still too much. Even with the chain stunning on Crystallize, he honestly did not get close to death. Even with the Shallow Grave on him, he was good 50% or more the entire time. They will be able to grab a creep wave here, but spin out. Will be able to dodge that Unstable Concoction. Can't dodge the impetus shots, though, and that's why Hector will fall.
Way too strong right now at this point. It's on all your webs.
Yeah.
We're really happy for you.
Dire's top tower.
Navi, if they want to be super disciplined, they could go for the Roche, but Cap, they're taking, and they don't seem to care. They're just sort of going for it. They've got the AC on Crystallize. They're saying this is enough right now. The backline going to get assaulted.
The stun. They're not going to be able to get the BKB off. Crystallize feels fine. He's going to go for the Chemical Rage, but that's why Chris Luck is going for Snako. Will be able to take him down with Stinger, as well as, oh, the roll in. That's going to be, unfortunately, Schofield going down. Magical does get stunned. He's not going to be able to get the TP away. Magical will fall to the Spiderlings here, even as Crystallize tries to save him.
On carry build, let me just say.
Blitz.
What's up?
Level 20 Broodmother. He's finally online with his real split push threat. And he's in the split push position right now.
They've got to go back after that.
Well, are they even? They're being delayed a lot by Stinger right now. The disruption going out, they're going to try and roll out on the Earth Spirit. They will be able to kick him back into the pool. Really good play there. And Navi will clean up that kill, but they've been significantly delayed. And look what's happening to this bottom lane.
They can't give up on this Roche,
but they cannot give up on this Roche.
The stun on a Crystallize.
But Crystallize, he actually gets his TP canceled. That's why Infamous are going back into it.
Oh my lord.
They're going to hit the tier 3s without the damage dealer of the Alchemist. They might just be able to fully commit. There it is, the Omni Slash instantly on his eyes, but it gets the roll away just in time. But the melee barracks isn't going to be able to survive. They're still in trouble. They could just spin out quite easily. Be able to get away. Look at that, Infamous. Oh, they dropped the rock. They're going to be able to catch Hector still.
They might go for Roche on themselves at the Brood hit game, but if it does come to a late game situation, I do think Navi loses.
Yo, shout out to Whisper, by the way. He's going to die again. But I think a lot of his deaths have been really acceptable for the space he's created.
Yes. Although, at the same time, not like you don't have that 5-on-5 threat anymore.
Yeah.
So I don't actually think it's...
I think in Whisper's head, he was like, oh, but this means Chris Luck can push in bottom, but we already talked about it. Pushing in bottom again doesn't actually change anything. Navi, they're going to try and contest the Roche, but this time, they immediately jump on the hero that shows themselves. Singer's going to get caught. Schofield just kind of running in, setting up some heroes as fast as possible. Buy time. That's all you got to do, because mid lane, the tier 2 is already gone. He has to come back. It's a Dazzle alone inside the pit to try and finish up Roche, and he can't do it by himself.
And the
buybacks
now
are going to come in from Infamous now.
The bottom range rack has been taken.
And look at Hector. He's already taken that range racks. He's going to go. He's going to be the one now. Hit the tier 3 mid. But they got the silence onto him. Hector, you should have just let the Broodmother do this job. And now Whisper, he tries to come in. But here comes Schofield. Managed to hit the 2-man impale. Whisper's going to be able to follow up that stun onto Dazzle. And they get him off the Guardian Graves. And now he's going to be able to get off the Shallow Grave. Turns around, gets some damage on the Whisper. But oh, Broodmother's here. Here comes Crystallize as well, though. 2-man stun inside the pit. They do manage to get both of those kills on Roche on a double for him. But Chris Luck is still trying to fight it out. He doesn't have his course anymore with the Juggernaut dying. Now Whisper's dead as well. Crystallize just too big for him to take the one-on-one fan fight. So Crystallize, he's going to root out the rest of his Infamous heroes. He's going to say, damn it all, kill them, root them out at the stem, and just go back into the Roshan once 4 of them are dead.
His net worth looking pretty reasonable himself.
And the Dazzle's dropping off, like you said. Same goes with the Enchantress, actually. This Enchantress looking pretty rough. The Crystallize, he's going to have to carry it himself, and he's trying to go for the kill on the Broodmother right now. Gets the Abyssal Blade, but the lifesteal's actually keeping Crystallock alive, and he's actually trying to kill Crystallize, but now the Magical shows himself. Crystallock realizes, I can't actually kill them. I need to be able to grab myself some time, but he can't get over the cliffs. He's done too much. He took too much time. He turned and fight an Aegis Alchemy.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Mako. Just making sure his R key still works.
Can we go for cap?
Ring is up, and they're going to go for it. Yeah.
Got the Brood up.
Broodmother down for 30 seconds, and Infamous are not in a good enough split push position to really force Navi back. Two-man Impale. If the supports can stall this up enough, maybe Whisper can actually do it. But first, Schofield's going to have to give up his life as the Earth Spirit managed to lock him down with that silence. Back over to mid lane, though. They have to fight through the backdoor protection. It is going to be taken away as Hector pushes in that top lane. They're going to try and go for the TP out, but Crystallize is here. He's going to be able to catch Whisper. The tier 3 still falls, but Whisper will fall with it over to Hector. He's going to be able to get away, it looks like, as Whisper finally does die. Turn around, Omni Slash onto poor old Seneko.
But he does have a basher.
He does have a basher, so he won't be able to just simply spin and TP away. It's not going to be that easy for Hector. He's going to run the other direction. The impetus shot's doing so much damage, and one last swing from Crystallize gets that.
I know that they still have their Aegis for a little bit.
Yeah.
So going for this push doesn't feel as bad. You see on the other side of the map, the Brood entering the Shrine right now. Do whatever they can. They didn't even stop to get that bottom or the top bounty run on their side.
I mean, he's got to go for the melee racks, though, at this point, because this is a hefty push coming in from Navi, and he's got to find a way to stall him. They've already lost at least. Schofield Stinger does survive through that impetus shot, but he's already used a lot of his abilities. Crystallize has come back. Seneko was in trouble. The Spiderling's trying to finish him off. He gets the kill right before a fountain of explosion of gold over to the bottom lane. Now that they don't have Crystallize, Whisper feels like he can go for it, but he's slowly but surely being chipped away. The blood soak is keeping alive. The healing word was not going to be enough. Blizzy does manage to carry through this engagement, gets the kill on the enemy core, and they will stay in an offensive position here. They will hold this creep wave to Infamous's base while Crystallize makes sure that Crystalluck can't go for the split push again, but they can't really retreat so easily. Hector's going to take advantage of that, and he's going to be able to play Fury, staying on top of Zion. So there's going to be the disruption on top of the shallow grave. That means he's not going anywhere. He's immediately going to be impaled up. Schofield trying to hit him with a big Vendetta. Doesn't get in front of him, though. A little bit of a spin away. He has the gem. He can't afford to lose this. Another rollout. He's going to be fine if anything. Hector's got to be Crystallize. He's coming in. Taking so much damage. Crystallize, here he comes. He's got the unstable concoction. He's got the Abyssal Blade. Breaks through the Lincolns, though. Doesn't have the immediate stun. Can he get a bash? One swing. Not good enough. A second. Not good enough either. Crystallize does not chase down the Juggernaut, but it's back to the buildings. And Broodmother's feeling the pressure right now. He feels like he can't go to mid.
He still doesn't have
to back up. He wants to be able to go back in. The Omni Slash going in and bounce over the Crystallize. Crystallize taking a lot of damage to Shalgrave. Will be able to buy him a little bit of time.
The Brood is here finally.
The Broodmother is finally here. He's going to fight with a team. And he takes on Crystallize. They do manage to get the stun onto the Dazzle. He's dead, and Blizzy left alone. Last time against a Juggernaut, he could win that fight, but Broodmother is too big for him. And same with Whisper. With this kind of backup, the damage is going to overwhelm Blizzy. He will fall as well. Infamous. They adapt.
Forced to use the buyback on the Alk, which then puts them in such a weird position. They're going to go for the top racks. Look at it just fall.
It's going to fall so fast, and that's the way they've got to drop this golem and see if they can deal with the Spiderlings. So Spiderlings actually killed the
They have no clip cap.
Oh, no.
You've got to buyback Crystallize.
The buyback is only 25 seconds for his death timer, but 25 seconds is too long. Crystalluck, they got to force him back. He tries to go for the spike hairface done, and he gets it onto Crystallize. Now the disruption. They're all in for the racks. They are going to try to all in for the Megas right now as Hector's trying to finish out that melee. He does manage to get it. Now the range, it's so low. Crystalluck goes back up to the top lane. He's to try and deal with Zyx right now. Pops his VKB. Buildings. That's what Crystalluck needs to go for. Range
they're going to get it.
Mid. Hector, he sees his opportunity. One swing is all it takes to be able to get the Megas, and no one from Infamous will get caught except for the Broodmother, who has hit.
Anyways, because if he dies once the game just ends.
Yeah.
And he also put his team in a position where he wasn't up there fast enough where he could pressure the people hitting the racks.
Yep.
So by holding the buyback, he put himself in such a rough position, and they're going to continue to go for the split push right now.
Dude, look at this. Yeah, like they know the pressure is there, but Crystallize is saying we have to go for the
They're
throne.
all letting for the
We
throne.
have the death, so I'm the raid boss. They couldn't find me before. Maybe with this full-on 5-man fight inside their base, Infamous, they're finally going to be forced to do something here. They can't go for split push anymore. They can't go for the throne themselves. They have to be able to win one fight against Navi, and they can win this series. But Crystallize with a BKB, he's ripping through the throne with that Desolator. He's going for it. He's got him. He's got the chain stuns, the shallow drain to keep him alive. Plus, he's trying to finish up. Oh, God. Navi! They get mega, but it doesn't matter.
And Hector